6-month update in House of Iron 4 Black Ice. Over Spain, my Messerschmitts, 109 Bs, they're doing better than in previous updates. Started out with 1 to 4 losses and still maintaining 1 to 3 losses. I gave away around 100 Spanish. Where are they? No, sorry. Early German fighters to the Spanish. So part of them are the ones you're seeing here. I guess you can't see. Maybe they're not flying right now. 184 from Spanish state. All right. So I gave it away. Already at 82 air experience. I'm producing, what you call it, 109 Ds now. And this one is actually, this didn't happen in previous versions. You would lose planes enough so that you would lose experience. This airway is actually slowly grinding from 8 default up to 9 now. And you don't have to fiddle around with the 10, 15 command power ground crews that gave 10% efficiency. They removed that for balance purposes in the last update. I think that's a good micromanagement removal. What I don't understand is, look, the mission efficiency is 6% for me and 100% for the Spanish. I can't move up the plane because the Spanish occupy the nearest airbase. I guess I should try to steal this airbase in Aragon. Okay, where is it? Down here in the mountains. So air war is going fine, although ground war, yeah, we managed to close the pocket in around Bilbao. The isolated Spanish units, around 10 divisions were eliminated there. I keep sending up a few rifles to the Spanish as Lend-Lease, not that much. I did select, I don't think if I said this, but I found the first spirit I selected was Modernism, which is 4% research speed. I just can't motivate picking Officer Corps, which gives 0.05 daily. That is 1 point every 20 days. 360 days per year, that's 18 points of army experience per year. And 1% on top of that as a universal bonus. But 18% army experience compared to 4% research bonus. Yeah, sure, 5% land doctrine research speed, yada yada. But 4% overall research speed. I just had to do it, and now I'm up to 13.6 research speed. So I guess I'm focusing on that. I guess I'm building up to 75 points so I can select the next one. This one is changed, I'm pretty sure. Reserve officers, division experience gain 15% flat. So all my troops will have 15% division experience gain. That would be excellent. I think I'm gonna pick this because since I'm not using panzer divisions in Spain, this wonky playthrough, Götterdämmerung, I'm only at experience level 15 now, and I haven't really started modifying these divisions yet. I don't know what to do with them. Am I gonna make space marines out of them? Or paratroopers, or mountain troops, or one of each? I don't know. I don't know. And I know grinding Kurt student is a very controversial change. In a year of fighting, he's only gained 53%. If you use panzer divisions, you are going to receive more experience on your leaders because they will be more successful in combat. I suppose you lose a couple of hundred early crap tanks in Spain, and we are now at, is that 6? Okay, we got 600 in the field. Yeah, that's not all our tanks. Okay, so I don't know how many. Okay, 600 plus another 400. We're over 1,000 light tanks because I haven't lost any in Spain. I know they're really bad and you might as well waste them in Spain, but I'm trying to do something different here. Enough about Spain, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should give... they changed the traits here as well. Charismatic, division recovery rate, 7%. Oh fuck, I thought that was the... They remove, they reinforce. And max planning 7% or planning speed 15%. You can choose between these. Is this the way it used to be? And I don't know if this is vanilla HOI or Black Ice changing their traits around. Right. There's a couple of changes in MIOs as well that I guess I won't go into in detail. Maybe a bit later I'll do it when I start making longer, not so brief videos. I'm still building civilian factories. I built up to 195, getting 32 from trade, so I'm at 227. I finished that electronical research center on the map. Fuck, I can't remember if I should build navy and air now. No, I don't think so. I think the most important thing is that you have the electronical one for 1938 for the computers, right? So I'm just building infrastructure and civilian factories at the middle of 1937. Command power, what to do? Of course you can invest in traits on leaders, but I really don't know if I should do a military parade that costs civilian factories. Sure, those 55 political powers would be sweet, but 30 days, 5 civilian factories, maybe that's not too expensive. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this. I'll just send in a... Place my paratroopers here. What else? I don't know what to do with my political power now. I have taken a bit early the Volksdeutsche trait. I like to do this later so that if you have the Austrian and Czechoslovak manpower, you gain more of that monthly population, 40% increase. Now when I started it early, I lose out on a bit of manpower gain, but I kind of wanted to rush down this playthrough into the research center on this focus here. And also they have locked Volkswagen, which is mostly okay. Wow. You get one, two, okay, these are mostly engine factories, not that many civilian factories now. 1, 2, 3, 4 engine factories and 2 civilian factories. So, okay, so Volkswagen, but it's locked behind the KDF wagon here. And KDF wagon has 6 civilian factories inside it, behind it. So I wanted to go down to have those 6 factories as soon as possible. So there are a few minor changes here. Yeah, I'm kind of looking to I researched a new submarine which is a little bit better, a coastal one, type 2D. It has a little bit damage control systems, so that's what I'm gonna build for now. And I suppose I will go for the large cruiser in 1938, and then I'll build a few of those, and those will be my super surface raiders. That's what and I am now running and will be running the declared national celebrations. Costs 15 political power, but I don't lose as much weekly stability. I'm up to 95% weekly stability. Still haven't decided which domestic minister. I could get Pappen and get better trade, more civilian factories. I could get more manpower, more research, but that will cost me a bit of consumer goods. I don't know what to do with myself and Germany this playthrough. It would probably be this guy. You lose 5% recruitable population, bad. 1% consumer goods, bad. But 2% research speed is really nice. And a few other decryption, 5%, planning, max planning. It's really the 2% research speed that you want from this guy. So I'm and later on, the postmaster here, he's good for supply. Supply consumption minus 4% is really nice on the Eastern Front. And I really don't feel like I ever have enough PP to exchange ministers. Maybe in one super rare occasion. I guess that is because I invest so much into food and lack of extra civilian fuel. I wonder if this is the one I want to do. What I don't like is the -6% mineral resource extraction factor. I really like that I'm having a nice civilian. You know, I'm exporting more than I'm importing now, so I do have a nice civilian build-up. I don't care so much about -5% research speed on fuel technologies. There's so few, it's like, that's fine. Civilian fuel consumption factor, right now, I would say that it is 1,000. And military is almost none. But 1,000 fuel per day is very little when you start the war and you have the army. So 50% more of that, that's not a lot. So maybe it is a very nice way to gain not only the 5% construction speed for buildings now in the build up and military factors later, so that's a really nice bonus. And 6% political power gain doesn't hurt, but of course it's the weekly stability plus 0.20%. It's just amazing. It is just amazing. I think I have to do this one. And maybe I do this one for 300 political points before I make up my mind what I'm gonna do with the domestic minister. Let me know in the comments if you have a strong opinion in one way or another. So I guess what the hell am I doing here? Building up civilian factories is a priority, I suppose. But honestly, I've not done a lot differently than I usually do. I sent the infantry to Spain. That's about the only difference. And I'm taking the Volksdeutsche, the expand labor front a little bit earlier. I think I usually take the August program, expand Opel, get the military factors here from here, and then go even further here into the Reich Arbeitsdienst and the Hermann Göring Werk, etc. And then I take them as late as possible. These traits. So that's a bit of a difference. Yeah, man, I'm lost. I'm just gonna fight another 6 months in Spain and see what happens. There hasn't really been any useful. I think I issued an ultimatum to Austria, and that gave me 10 PP. That's the only diplomatical positive thing. Otherwise, the others have been meaningless. And I am now gearing up to find another Polish spy inside the civilian administration, right? I don't have the radios yet. I know we're in summer 37, so I'm a bit of an idiot and slow on radios. I should have researched radios. I know it, but I forget about it every playthrough. Research radios really early so you can start building them, so you have 50 for your prepared collaboration government spy operation here. It's kind of annoying that these 50 radio equipment are so hard to get. You can't buy them on the civilian markets. The Italians aren't selling any. But I am researching it now. It's going to be done in 45 days, which is too late. I kind of got stuck here in these two all-purpose slots with long-term researches when I remembered, oh, radio equipment, shit. So I am an idiot. But it is the way it is. Yeah, fairly, consumer goods have been low. That's all I got to say. Alright, so we're gonna play on and making this a short one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.